2024, a year of turmoil, war and political unrest, economic uncertainty, flooding, earthquakes, famine, and Charlie XCX. As the Earth continues to struggle to find its footing after a global pandemic and recession, many of us find ourselves feeling listless and lost, watching things change for the worst as we feel powerless to do anything about it. But in a small village, Bartholomew Blaketh toiled endlessly doing the one thing he knew how to, serving and making vaguely leftist and furry-adjacent synthesizer videos for the internet. But as the months passed, even Bartholomew began to feel uneasy. Something wasn't right. The views weren't coming in like they used to. Music tech companies weren't calling like they used to. And it felt as if something had started to crack. A subtle shift in the foundation of the very reality that Bartholomew had worked hard to build for himself. Blaketh had to acknowledge that he was scared and he did not know what to do. So with a heavy heart, he decided to turn to the one he thought might be able to help, the one he knew saw all and might know all. He decided to make the long trip once again to the Highlands and converse with the moon.
Werewolves, you're looking fine tonight.
Hey, Moon.
Oh boy, Claude, I see you over there. I love your jorts.
Hey, Moon.
What's up, Cindy?
Hey.
Your tail is bushy
Hey, Moon.
tonight. So good. All you werewolves are so good. Oh, I love you to death.
Hey, Moon.
Oh, you. What was your name again?
Hey, it's me, Bartholomew, the Time Wizard.
Jarthol. Oh, you.
Kazoo!
What did you do?
That asshole who kept scrambling time so they could see how that one Eurorack module worked. I had a headache for a week after that. What do you want?
Well, see, I do this end-of-year video sometimes where I wrap up what's been going on for me and what I want to do for the channel in the next year, and I was hoping you could help.
Didn't you just, walk around like an idiot in the forest last time you did one of these?
Yeah, I guess.
So why don't you just do that again?
Well, honestly, it's because the last time we did a video together, people really seemed to like it. They called it the best thing I'll ever do. I thought maybe if we did it one more time, people would like me again.
Gay. Fine. I guess I'll help you. As long as you don't do any time wizard shit.
I promise, yeah, no Time Wizard shit.
Okay, good. So, how does this thing go? Do you, have a script? Do I just ask you things? What have you even been up to this year?
I mean, same thing I've been doing for the last 4 years, I guess. Teaching music production lessons, making videos for YouTube, trying to figure out the meaning of life.
Super gay. Have you figured it out?
No,
Sad and gay.
that's me.
Do you want to know what I think the meaning of life is? Werewolves. Can't get enough of them. They always come out when I'm at my fullest and they're just the funniest fucking things. I've been trying to make more of them. Hey, do you want to be a werewolf? I can call Claude over and have him bite you.
I mean, I've considered it, but I have a lot of stuff I need to get done.
See, this is why you're not happy. You think too much. You should just let loose a little. Enjoy yourself.
That's the thing, Moon. I can't even enjoy anything anymore. Everything feels like it's got some kind of weird rotten part to it these days.
What do you mean?
Well, take YouTube, right? Basically, I have zero control over whether a video will do well or not. I can work for months on something, and it will do absolutely terrible, and then other things without much work will pop off.
Okay, like what?
I've tried so many different things in 2024. I went back and tried doing OP1 videos, and at first it seemed like they were going to do pretty well, and then the views tanked. I tried doing much more researched essay-type videos, and those did either super well or terrible. Hell, the last video I did on the Elden Ring music was the most work of any video all year I did, and it performed the worst.
Why not pivot to werewolf content? That's super hot right now.
I feel like the channel is just sort of falling off, and I feel like it's my fault, and that I've run out of good ideas, and that the whole thing is on its way to failure.
That sounds complicated.
Or take gear videos and stuff. It used to be that it felt like the more I put into what I did, the more opportunities would open up. But something happened in the last 2 years, and a lot of companies just stopped asking to collaborate with me while still reaching out to other people. It felt like I'd been put into some kind of weird hole where the word on the street was, don't work with Jarth, he's a piece of garbage.
I mean, there's no way you can really know, right? What companies are thinking?
I mean, not every company, but I did learn that some of the major music tech companies actively read online gear forums, and because of the way people talked on there, they stopped working with certain people. Have you seen the way they talk about people who make YouTube videos on places like 2023 and 2024 were the years I learned that there are some people who actively hate me online. And that makes me super paranoid. Like, I'm just trying to vibe here.
That sounds complicated.
It is. It sucks. It's like this heavy weight on everything I do, making everything feel like it's on its way down the toilet.
Werewolves don't have to use toilets.
It's also like completely poisoned my relationship with my peers. Like, do you know what RSD is?
No W in that acronym, so probably not about werewolves. Really sweet doggy?
It's rejection sensitive dysphoria. It's something really common with people who have ADHD.
Absolutely devastating handsome dog?
You can feel severe emotional pain because of a failure or being rejected, like irrationally devastated by perceived rejections or failure. Every time there was a launch or something where I wasn't included, and where I used to have a good relationship with the company, my RSD would go haywire. And there were a lot of opportunities for that in 2023 and 2024. It's been so bad that I started just to hate everyone and everything associated with it, as like a defense mechanism. Now, today, I'm pretty much completely poisoned by the thought of my peers and the companies working with them.
Sounds like a personal problem. Also gay.
I mean, yeah, it's the definition of a personal problem. A problem personal to me. It's not having an effect on anybody else unless I talk about it. And every time I talk about it, it feels like I'm trying to poison it for everybody else.
3 words. Therapy.
I'm in therapy, asshole.
Not werewolf therapy. I could have Claude over here in a second. Just a little nibble, and therapy for you would be running around and howling and shit.
I mean...
Okay, so what's changed? Why do you think everything feels different now?
So I have a theory. Remember that pandemic we had a couple years ago?
The one where everybody got all weird?
Yeah, that one. But it wasn't all bad for everybody. Some people got to spend more time at home than ever before, and a lot of them decided to use that extra time and money to try things they've always wanted to do.
Yeah, I remember everybody got super horny for bread.
Okay, so a lot of people decided to try and start making music. They bought DAWs and modules and synthesizers and all sorts of stuff. It was an explosion of buying and creative exploration, which is good.
Some people explode if they eat too much bread.
But then the pandemic turned into an epidemic, and that was enough for life to go back to normal. And all the companies made everyone return to office, even though they said they wouldn't. And all of a sudden, people didn't have time for their dreams anymore. They were forced back into a world worse than it was before after having experienced a tiny hint of something better for themselves.
Right, sure. What's your point?
Well, the money dried up. People stopped spending on music tech. The world went into a recession. Inflation went crazy. Wars broke out that fucked up the banks. Big companies did huge layoffs to try and keep from going under. And smaller companies did go under. When companies get poor, they get scared and weird. They're still being scared and weird. Meanwhile, all the people who thought the world might get better learned it was a lie. Nothing was going to get better. It's just gotten a lot worse. They got hurt, mad, scared, and whatever. Squeezed. And all that energy had to go somewhere.
So you think economic and political uncertainty coupled with a general populace squeezed for time, money, and attention while mourning the loss of that tiny bit of happiness they had carved out for themselves during the pandemic created an environment hostile to creators?
That's my theory.
Way to make it all about yourself.
What the fuck am I supposed to do, Moon? I just want to make sense of it, and if it's not massive market forces and the systematic oppression of the general populace, then it's just me being a failure. I don't know how to deal with that.
Huh.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
I don't know, Moon, but it feels like something has to change. I have to take control over some aspect of this whole thing because it's making me feel terrible and hate everything.
Okay, so what do you even like about it anymore?
I like making videos. I like making music. It's all I'm good at. I like teaching lessons. I like making sounds and stuff.
So just do that.
What?
Just do the parts you like.
Like, stop trying to do stuff because it feels like I should?
If that's what it takes, sure. Try putting less into YouTube if it's not giving back what you want from it. Focus on things that give back what you want.
I guess I could focus on a narrower type of content and put my energy into other things like preset packs or shit.
Yeah, like why don't you just do those from scratch videos you used to do? People say those helped them a lot.
Who says that? Who have you been talking to?
A bunch of werewolves are into synthesizers.
Based.
Yeah, so do that shit and make presets for things you have and put those up. You'll be able to make cool sounds and shit and share that with other people so they can make cool music with them.
Huh, I guess that's a pretty good idea.
And finally, fuck the companies. If they don't want to work with you, just stop making that part of your whole thing. Honestly, I barely understand what it is you do. I'm just spitballing here.
No, you're right. If a music tech company wants to work with me, they can have me do presets or something for their thing. I'm not going to be a billboard anymore. No more gear videos unless it's something I bought for myself or I'm brought on to work on before its release.
And you'll let Claude bite you.
And I'll let Claude bite me. Hey, Moon, wait.
Claude, get in here.
Thanks, Moon. You really did help me out here today.
Hey, don't mention it. No use being a celestial entity with all-knowing superpowers and an unsettling appreciation for lycanthropy if I can't help out some idiot YouTuber now and then.
Well, thanks again. I should probably head out, but before I do, is there anything I can do to repay you?
Yeah, there's one thing.
Sure, anything.
Go a woo.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Do it.
Please don't make me a woo.
Just do it. Just a tiny one, please. A small woo for me.
Fine. A woo.
You heard him. Werewolf dance party. Let's fucking go.
And so Bartholomew did verily with the werewolves have a dance party, and he even let Claude have a little nibble, knowing that with his new plan and steadfast resolve, Red Means Recording in 2025 would no longer be buffeted by the choppy seas of an industry gone mad, and would instead focus on simpler things, the joy of making music, and sample packs, and preset packs, and probably a live set or two. And he's still doing modular videos over on the second channel. So if you're a modular company, don't hesitate to reach out about that. Whatever, just thanks for watching and supporting this channel. It means a lot. We look forward to being part of your musical journey in 2025 and beyond. Peace!